Okay. Alright. Yep, just let me know if you have any questions. So, we're doing LorePub, Boutique again. As always. Go ahead and get the old make devel fired up. Alright, so last we poked at this project, we got to the point where we successfully purchased the almanac. Technically, we also double purchased the Haskell book, but, you know, we'll fix that later. And so we had purchasing working, so we were able to add items to a shopping cart, like that, check out, update our address, pay with a card through Stripe, successfully purchase, and then have it added to our library. So we still have quite a bit to do. Where this is kind of finally headed, in a sense, is I would like to be able to sell the physical version of a book. Primarily, Joe just joined us. Hey, Joe. You're muted. There you go. Welcome to the party, Joe. I was just recapping where we're at and where we're headed with Boutique. Basically, we got checkout working, you know, paying with Stripe, having an ebook added to your personal library that you can then download. Okay, I didn't actually add the media file for that, but, you know, whatever. I know if I do this, it'll work, I think. Yeah, there you go. So, and I was talking about how we're headed towards eventually being able to sell physical products. That's kind of the milestone I'm working towards. However, there are some odds and ends I need to address before I dive into physical stuff. Or maybe not. Maybe I should just dive into physical stuff and then do the accessory stuff. So this is the current list of issues I have on GitHub. These right here, product page, navigation bar, product download page, that's David's deal. That's him doing design cleanup. Basically final touches on that kind of thing. Not my problem right now. Products catalog page. So implement Stripe JS integrated checkout. This is actually done. So yeah, thank you. So that's done. Products catalog page. You know, I don't know that this necessarily needs to happen, because basically, how many books am I going to be able to write in the next few years, right? So is there any real reason this little listing doesn't work? It doesn't have to be generated by the database. I could just add a link with a little like image tag for the cover, right? I'm not going to write that many books by myself. Even if I work with like 2 or 3 other authors, I can handle updating this once a month, you know? Right, so this is done. I will revisit like a database, you know, backed, navigable way of looking through the products later. Like, it doesn't matter for now. At the most, we're going to have, like, books, and then maybe some odd-and-end swag, like t-shirts. There's a couple of third-party books we didn't write ourselves that I don't want to resell. One idea I had was to, yeah, so just stuff like that. Not a lot. So that's not a thing. So refresh, that's gone. Podcast website RSS feed for podcasts, that's on hold for the moment. User order history absolutely needs to happen. It doesn't really need to happen before or after physical products. I don't think ordering really matters there. I don't think anything I do here is going to make anything related to actually integrating a shipwire any easier, you know? Postmark email, huh? So Joe asked, what goes into user order history other than the checkout generating the orders? Actually, so I kind of planned ahead for that one a little bit. When I implemented the actual checkout process, the only thing it does is generate order and product order. And that's actually how we ascertain ownership in the library right now. Maybe we shouldn't, but that's how it currently works. So let me show you model.hs, and I'll explain what's going on here. So right now, this data already gets created. So we can actually already, basically what would go into a very basic first pass kind of order history right now is just pull up a list of orders and the related product orders and just render little like invoice placards, basically, for each order, right? It gets a little bit more complicated as other related stuff gets added, which I'm going to actually add that as an issue right now, sorry. Order history independent of product ownership. Okay, so right now, this already gets created. So I can just write like a little page to dump this information somewhere the user can view it, right? There's a few limitations. One is I don't have coupons right now, and I'm going to need those. They're probably only going to apply to... No, that's not true. I was going to say they're only going to apply to digital products, but that's not actually true. The people who bought a digital version of Haskell book, everybody's getting a half-off coupon for the print version. So I have to be able to support coupons for physical products too. And the coupon has to only apply to the purchase price, not the shipping or taxes. So I have to build in a somewhat more sophisticated model here that records a subtotal is before shipping and taxes, right? Yeah, so it would record a subtotal, and really, like, it depends on how much data should go into the database model versus what should be derivable from related information. That was a little bit of a complicated sentence, so let me explain what I mean. What should the subtotal be? Should that be before or after the coupon has been applied? Because obviously the order should include a coupon if one was applied to the order, right? So maybe there should be, like, once coupons are implemented, there should be coupon ID, maybe, right? Now the problem is I can pull what percentage or fixed amount of discount the coupon represents from the coupon, right? So that implies that the subtotal should just be the total nominal value of the goods, the price being asked for them, right? So that would be subtotal word, I think. And then, let me see here. That leaves shipping and taxes, and that's word and word. So that would probably be a good way to start. But yeah, so basically the problem is we're not really recording like something like a real, you know, bit of order information. So the other problem that I alluded to that I might need to fix in the way orders work is this part, order history independent of product ownership. So the problem is I'm making the orders do double duty. And the double duty is I'm treating the fact that somebody owns something as being identical to them having purchased it, which doesn't always make sense in every circumstance. So the question is whether or not it's worth splitting that out. So yeah, you've hit it on the head. That's part of it. Joe said you want to make things giftable. Yeah, I want people to be able to gift things they don't necessarily own themselves. And that means that if just because you have a product order of something, that's confer issue 37. All right, thank you, Joe. So yeah, the problem is that I really need to kind of split that understanding of purchased versus ownership. So probably there should be like a license table or something for that maps onto probably digital media, I would say, not products. But that's another good question. You know, if I do it in terms of products, then I need to create different products for different combinations of physical and digital media possibilities, right? Which isn't necessarily a problem. That's going to be the case in most like online bookstore type things, you know? But then what should a license map onto? Should that map onto a license to a nominal product? So product is right here. So it's kind of the top level thing describing a purchasable thing on the store. And there's actually yeah. So should a license be to a product or should it be to digital media? And I think the answer is product, because digital media is a plurality for a given product because of PDF and EPUB and things like that. So yeah, it's license to product. Yep. All right. Thank you for rubber duckying that one with me. All right. So I need to figure out separate license table mapping user to product. All right. And what else we got here? I've got this third-party login support thing. I'm probably not going to do that. That would be like, you know, log in with your Google account, that type of thing. I don't know. What do you three think of that sort of feature? Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. And Joe? Any opinions? Yeah, I do my own auth. I could support USOD auth. I could just write the instance. I just don't like it very much. Yeah, okay. So it sounds like everybody says it's useful, but punt on it, which I think I agree with. You know what my actual main concern here? It's not the implementation difficulty, although it certainly does give me a nice excuse to forestall it. The problem I have with third-party login support is even using something like Gumroad. The problem we kept running into with Gumroad was people would buy the Haskell book, then they would somehow lose access to their Gumroad account, right? And then they would contact us because they can't get into their Gumroad account, right? So the concern I have is somebody uses the wrong Google account during a third-party login, because you know how it'll give you that little like list of here's all your Gmail accounts. Pick one for da-da-da-da. So the problem is it's really easy to misclick or to misremember which one you clicked. If you're like me, you have anywhere from 3 to 5 accounts in that list that have different contexts and purposes. I'll give you an example. I have one that's a personal email address and one that's a professional email address. The professional email address is not my company email. It is a professional email address that I use for like GitHub and just work that isn't my employer, right? Okay, if I go on a website and I am buying a book for work, did I use my personal email or my professional email, right? So the problem is, if somebody loses access to their Google account that they logged in with using third-party login support, I can't help them. If they made an account with us, I can send them a password reset to their email address. Now, admittedly, everything kind of bottoms out in email address. If you lose access to the, email account, obviously the password reset isn't going to work. But as long as you remember your original password for the website, you can still log into that. You don't lose everything all at once. That's basically my concern. It's possibly an invalid concern. I understand why some people would push back on that. I totally get it. It's just bad past experience with Gumroad, has made me a little bit gun shy on that. What do you think, given that? Right. Yeah. And basically what it comes down to is I realize third-party login support decreases friction, because you can just immediately kind of get there and go. I totally get that. On the other hand, this is basically it except for address, right? We're not asking for that much. And you don't have to put in the address until you go to buy, pretty much. Although I do need to add something for that, actually, now that I think about it. Let me see here. Handle missing address. Never bought before case. I'll need to make a fixture with a test case for that. Anyway, so yeah, it's in a hypothetical ideal world, third-party login would probably be generally better in terms of user experience. In the real world, where people still aren't totally comfortable with third-party login and don't necessarily understand it or remember what they used, less good, basically. On the other hand, people maybe don't want to have to create an account for every little thing they buy a product from, so I do sympathize. On the bright side, I guarantee you I'm using bcurt for the password. So, if that helps at all. Alright. So yeah, we're punting on third-party login support. Warn on purchases of ebooks already owned. That actually kind of needs to be done. It doesn't have to happen right now, but it does need to be done. When I was testing the shopping cart and purchasing and all that, I had the Haskell book in my cart as well, but buying it again doesn't make a lot of sense. You already own it, you aren't going to double own it. And I don't have the gifting workflow working, and that's not a thing yet. So, yeah, I gotta warn them. And probably the warn on purchases of ebooks already owned, probably that should just get tied into make products giftable. Coupons is going to be super important. Basically can't launch without that. It's going to entail not just discounting a sale, but I'm going to need a little admin panel for this so that I can mass issue coupons to a CSV list. Because when the book's ready to be sold, I'm basically going to download a big list of customers from Gumroad and then upload it and say, email and issue everybody in this list a coupon, a unique coupon. Address validation confirmation. Have any of you used the Google APIs for address validation or anything like that? Or is it Google? Yeah, Google does address validation, don't they? Yeah, alright, so you know exactly what I'm talking about there. Save pin information with Stripe. Basically, we're not creating customers and saving that info and associating with their account. So right now, they have to type in their card information every time. Not a big deal, but not super important either. Integrate Shipwire in a checkout process for purchases with physical products. Okay, so I'd say the decision of what to work on next comes down to this. Either I dive into the Shipwire integration and start working on physical products, which could be pretty gnarly. Or I work on the stuff that requires refactoring the data model a little bit so that I don't have even more stuff to fix and change when I go to do the physical products work. And then there's some quality of life stuff like proper error handling for payment failures and things like that. What do you think? Last time I streamed and worked on the project, I dove right into Stripe Checkout, and it worked out extremely well for me. On the other hand, I've implemented Stripe Checkout before, including in Haskell. So I was diving into something I wasn't unfamiliar with. What do you think? Okay. Okay. Joe, Kareem, any opinions?
Refactorability of Haskell is kind of like your selling point that you show out.
Okay. Kareem?
Yeah, I agree.
Alright. So we're just going to refactor today and do some cleanup and things like that. Which is fine. I do need to bite the bullet on the physical products pretty soon, though. Maybe a stream or two from now, maybe this weekend. Oof, I'm not looking forward to that. Although, plug, Alexi did do a great job on the Ballast client for talking to Shipwire. It's, I don't know if I would be able to do this if, Alexi hadn't gone and written like a 7,000 line of code client for talking to that monster. Okay, so picking off something specific for the refactor, let's think about user order history and I don't think I have an issue. Yeah. So there's like a run of vaguely related tickets, user order history coupons, user order history independent of product ownership, make products giftable. So let's start with license. So what we're going to do is make a license table. So a license maybe should have an order ID tied to it. And the reason that's a maybe is because maybe I just give somebody a free copy of something, right? And then product is product ID, because you're going to get a license to a whole product. And so the only reason I'm a little bit uncomfortable with this is because there's probably going to be a product option. Maybe there won't be, but there's probably going to be a product option that is sell me the physical book, no digital media. A license to a physical only product, like a t-shirt, means nothing. Not a super big deal. It does seem kind of unlikely that would be a thing, but you know, worth keeping in mind. All right, so quantity. Should there be quantity? All right. Quick quiz for my people in Hangouts. Can you guess why quantity might be a thing? Anybody? Yep. So, Joe guessed it, bulk license for companies or organizations. Yeah, so this has actually come up a few times, and it's always been extremely awkward for me because I don't know how to explain to them, like, you know, we actually have, on Gumroad, we actually have licenses for, I think, 5, 10, and 15 user licenses, bulk licenses, and they are, in fact, discounted from the individual price on a bulk basis. I don't know how to tell them there's no DRM, there's no special portal that you kind of check out a facsimile physical version of the book from or something like that. It's not like that. It's a 0 DRM PDF. Just, we work on the honor system. If you think 5 people at your company are going to use the book, buy the 5-person license. If you add 5 people, buy another 5-person license. you know, whatever. I'm not gonna play Big Brother with people on this. Like, if people aren't willing to pay me for my work, I'll just go do something else. I don't really care that much. Oh no, I might do watermarking, but that would be about the limit of it. Joe suggested I have no intent or desire to do watermarking, or what was the other thing you mentioned? Oh yeah, no, that doesn't control distribution. If the pirate is competent, you can strip the watermark pretty easily. It prevents, it discourages lazy piracy. Um, I don't really care that much. If you can afford the book, you should pay us. I mean, in Julie's case, it's her only source of income. Her husband works, but it's her only personal source of income, as far as I know. I'm not going to do this if I can't get paid for it, I'll be honest. I did this work because I care about it, but if I can't make money off of it, I'm just going to go back to doing startups and stuff. I'm not going to do this if I'm not going to get paid. But I am getting paid, so I don't really care. Like, I can feel, you know, it's easy to be magnanimous when life is good. How about that? Yeah, it's easy to be magnanimous when life is good. So, yeah. 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 Kareem mentioned he knows how to strip watermarks and stuff. Well, that's another thing. Like, we do hardship discounts, free books for people who can't afford them, like that kind of thing. That's the only reason I get a little bit salty about it, because really, like, all you have to do is reach out to us, right? Part of the reason I'm building this website is actually so that I can issue coupons and free copies of books more easily, and so that it's less time intensive for me to do that, so that I can be more prompt about it, among other things. Yeah, no, I want everybody to get the book. It's just, you know, most programmers make really good money. They should pay for the work, you know? That's all. That's a question on Twitch. Alright. Kamatama's here. Awesome. And Mac is here. Mac asks, you talking to someone on Skype? I am in a Hangouts chat with Alexi, Joe, and Kareem right now. I try to repeat what they say to me so that people know what I'm replying to. If I forget, I apologize. Okay, so I'm going to put quantity in there. I'm not 100% certain what to do. So generally speaking, when I tell a private business, you know, if you think 5 people are going to use it, just pay for the 5-person license and you're good. That generally is fine. The problem comes in with universities. They don't know what to do with themselves when I tell them that, which is weird because you think like librarians would be really you know, keen to be able to distribute a PDF relatively freely. But it turns out they actually rely on publishers having their own like proprietary DRM or checkout system. And they basically expect to point students to a portal that somehow links to their library account or something. I don't really understand what they expect. I'm not going to do that. That's insane. I'm not going to do that. That's crazy. I'd rather people just get the book for free. I'm not going to do that. That's stupid. But yeah, I mean, I guess they work for private businesses, so whatever. Another option I considered was not doing quantity on licenses and instead just issuing like mass account creations or the ability to manage created accounts from a company and then do that. But we'll see. All right. So in fact, I will actually remove quantity and leave it off for now. And then a license has a user. So, and that's not going to be maybe because that's mandatory. Okay, so for a minimum viable license, does that seem right to everybody? Is that everything I need? think it is. Maybe a date created? I need to start putting that on everything. Huh? Yeah, Mac asked when the 1.0 version of the book be released. So I could do a release candidate in pretty short order, but the bulk of the work that needs to be done in order to release the book is what I'm doing right now. Basically just setting things up so I can sell a physical version of the book. That's most of it. I still need to go over some editing stuff, but the actual content should be done and ready soon. I've got maybe like a couple more exercises I want to add to it that came up. Just exercise ideas that came up when I was working with my coworkers. I've been training some coworkers using the book, and I've been able to glean some ideas and feedback from that I would like to incorporate, but I'm not actually blocking anything on that. What's blocking the release is this, what I'm doing right now in this stream. Okay, so let me see here. Right, so I'm gonna call this good for license, and yeah, let's do date created, UTC time, because I need to start tracking that stuff. Date submitted is fine, although really, like, if I wanted to keep it uniform, it would just be date created. Yeah, so we'll do that. Dun, 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 dun. I don't care about date created for product stuff. That's fine. I don't think I care for cards or cards products. I don't think I care actually, let me think about this. Care for user. Actually, yeah, I can just call that created. I don't need to call it date created. There we go. Do I care for address when an address was created? Do I need to do forensics on how old an address might be, remind them the address might have changed, anything like that? Let's say no. Don't need it. Alright. So that's license. So now, when we go to we're going to do handler, and this is going to be the query that gets the user's library. So user digital products is going to be a lot simpler, actually. Yeah, this is going to be way simpler because it's just going to be user to license to product to digital media. And then we need to do these in reverse order, so that one is fine. Product to digital media is fine. We're not going from a product or product order, and we're going from license to license user, and then from license license product. I'll do it digital media ID, just keep it uniform. And then, yeah, license product. And then user ID equals user. And F product digital media. There we go. Alright. And now we have a type error. Oh, that's just because I added the field. Yeah, whatever. Alright, fine. Model .hs 133, so we need to provide get current time .io now 135. Wait. Let's just see what the new errors are. Ah, excuse me. Okay, could match type with digital media with product. Let's go back to query 58. Oh, yeah, it's not digital media ID. It's whoops, yeah. I messed that up. Whoops. License to product ID, and then yeah, there we go. Alright. Alright. And that all compiles now. Fixtures won't, but the main app does. So what happens if column created does not exist? Yeah, I need to... How do the fixtures compile? What in tarnation? How would the fixtures not trip over the changes I made to the models? Sorry, the noise is my German Shepherd banging a crate with his tail. Alright. User, create user. Oh, because I abstracted it out. That's why it works already. Because I extracted out the creation of users, I don't have to go update a bunch of different places. Alright, go me. Or go Joe? I don't think Joe was working on the app at the time. Yeah. Alright, Mac asked, do you use Keter? I do not generally. I have before, but I try not to these days because I occasionally run into these teensy tiny little infelicities or limitations in how it works. So, these days I instead just run an Nginx server. Well, I should rephrase. This isn't entirely true. I think my last production deployment that I actually configured used Keter. I think. I don't remember if I killed it off or not. But regardless, it's usually either Nginx in front of just like a regular warp server that I'm just kind of manually managing, or it's Nginx in front of Keter. So I'm sorry. Sometimes I do use Keter, and I have used it within the last year, but I don't remember if I managed to work around the problem I last had with it or not. Sorry. That's not a very useful answer. Ew. I've used it. Give it a whirl. If you get stuck, just get rid of it. There you go. Sorry. I just can't remember. Okay. What does my deployment stuff do? Let's see what this does. Because this will actually answer the question. Do I use it right now? I think it's going to be in boutique. Keter. Nope. Restart boutique. Alright, where's the service definition? Oh! Yeah. Alright. So that looks like a Keter symlink. So... Okay. Deployment. Boutique. I don't want to look at that in case there's sensitive data in it, so I'll do it off screen. Work, Warpod, deployment, boutique, cat boutique, system D, I think, is what I'm using on there. No, they're all variables. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna lean towards not Keter, but Yeah, I don't know. Alright. Joe says this is the one of the top 3 programming strains. Yikes. I am sorry. Spent the first like 20 minutes talking about GitHub tasks. If I'd known we were going to be top 3, I would have broken out some fireworks or just put the camera on my dogs. Man. I just feel bad. Alright, so apparently the fixtures are fine, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to migrate the database, I think. So run dev db migrate database. Ooh, it's mad. Alright. Why is it mad? It's mad because I have an alter. Yep. Fair enough. Make reset database. Bye-bye. Oh. Why is it still mad? I just reset the database. List of tables is empty, something has gone wrong. Oh, yeah, well. Easy fix for that. Oops, run migrations. Run dev db, insert fixtures. I really need to just, here. Refresh database. There. I don't have to do it manually. Alright, so now we have data library. Okay, so here's the deal. This is empty. I need to change the checkout. So that's going to be handler store hs post checkout, and I'm going to need to abstract some of this stuff out in case I need to simulate it elsewhere, like say in fixtures. So let's just go ahead and do that now. Okay. So we assume if this doesn't 500 and blow out the handler, and I'm going to get rid of that print show because we don't need to do that. In fact, we don't binding to it at all. So this is the thing that actually does the dirty business, and make order for user cart. User key. And then we're going to go to query and make order for user cart. That's going to be key user to db entity order list entity cart product product order, and then entity license. So another question in the chat. Khalid said this is Haskell programming on what IDE? This is Emacs on the left and some plain old terminals on the right. One of them is Devel, one of them is Stack.gci. And Khalid asked, is he building a website? Yes, he is. It's just like a thing for selling books. It's super boring for you. It's exciting for me, but, you know, I'm easily amused. Alright. Thank you for the reminder, Alexi. Okay. And then we're going to get user key. And that's going to be do, and we are going to axe that part, run it under that. licenses. Save that. There we go. That. Alright, let's just see what breaks and go from there. Yeah, it's very mad. Alright. Not in scope. Address. Variable not in scope. Cart. Couldn't match type. Yeah, indeed. Alright, so right now I'm doing a... yeah, so this is for the new people. This is the website I'm working on. It's, well, alright, it's not going to load right now because it doesn't compile, but you get the idea. Here, just lorepub.com. That's the old version website that doesn't really do much other than show a couple blog posts. I'm working on making it like a little e-commerce shop thing. Alright, so variable not in scope address. Yeah, we'll go ahead and just handle that as an entity. So entity key address, so yeah, we can just take that as an entity. And then what do we do with cart? Cart product key. Wait. Cart product. Oh, I see. We're binding it out of that. Okay, so what matters is cart. And the cart key, cart, and I'm not certain I even need cart key, so I'm gonna ditch that and a cart, and we'll bebop back here, give this address and cart, drop that down, whoops, and it's still mad about, oh, because it's the wrong type. Cart is the hybrid user cart products thing. How was I passing it to that before? Cart, 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 cart product, product, cart product quantity. Yeah, sure. Okay. It's a user cart products, so that's going to be user. Don't mess with me. All right. User cart products, so that's list entity cart product entity pro. Hey, that's not cart. I mean, it kind of is. What did I miss here? I think it's just the types are wrong. What if I say A? What then? Yeah, Mac, I'm the maintainer of Escalito right now. I don't really... not certain if I'm really... Hold on. Let's... Traverse fmap first cart. Yeah, so I was right. It's list entity cart product. What is that tupled with? User cart there we go. User cart entity product. Yeah, okay. There we go. So this is just going to be cart, and we'll save that, and Mustard89 says nitpick. You can use MC mark next like this from Magnar's multiple curses deal for rename two strings simultaneously. Alright. I'm pretty conservative about my Emacs setup. Probably not going to pull anything in for something like that. I have used functionality like that before in Emacs, and Sublime Text, I think, has the nice multi-cursor support. It's not something I'm gonna really futz with when I'm just trying to work on code. I would do that off stream. Why is it mad? Maybe entity. No. That's why it's lifting it. Okay. So maybe entity address. Yeah, sure. Yeah, alright, so I need to insert the licenses now. Okay, so I need to make a helper for this that does more than just insert the product order. Probably it should just go in this helper. How should I go about this? I could do it in that action, return a tuple, and unzip them apart. Yeah, sure. Alright. So, license is order product user. Alright. License. Insert entity. License. Just order key. Cart product key. Cart product. And the user key. Alright. Cool. And created. So I need now. There we go. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to return a tuple of product order and license. And we're going to look at the type of unzip. Oh my god, don't do this to me. Yeah, so list of tuple to tuples list, which is... Isn't that just sequence A? Oh my god. Dick. Oh, it's complaining about undefined. Jesus Christ. Nope. Because it doesn't invert both sides, just one. That would... There is a by sequence. Good thought, Joe. By sequence A, or I think there is. By traversable. Yeah. By sequence A. Alright, so import data dot by true A. Hey, what? What am I missing here? Oh, I probably don't even have it. By functors from Prelude. Yeah, alright. Well, I'm satisfied knowing it exists. We'll leave it at that. And just use unzip. Okay. So tuple. Okay, so we're inserted p prod word licenses order products licenses equals unzip licenses, and we'll see what the so devel is up to. See you later, Kamatama. Stirred said front end part of the app is also on Haskell. No. I actually have worked on work projects where GCJS was handling the JavaScript front end app. I am constitutionally opposed to the proliferation of JavaScript. I dislike JavaScript, possibly even more than nuclear weapons. So I would probably sign a START treaty for banning JavaScript before I would support one for nukes. I'm not kidding. It's just a static app. I just don't use JavaScript. You don't actually need to most of the time, so I don't. Alright. And Famine says this has got to be the ugliest syntax ever. Yeah, thank you. Alright. Let me see here. Oh, yeah, it actually worked, so fair enough. Yes. Alright, so now this will do the right thing for the purchase. Yep. And now what I'm going to do is go to fixtures and where did I put this? Handler store query. What am I importing here? Import model? No, we're importing handler store query now too. And make product, make ebook. Where are the orders? Add purchase for user. Maybe I won't do it that way. Yeah. What I will do instead is product order license, and then this is going to be product order licenses, licenses, and ND license, and let inserted PO licenses equal unzip product order licenses, and then we need to create a fixture for the licenses, so that's going to be order, product order, cart product. Okay, so I'll just put it right after product order, so it's going to be license F, license fixtures. Licenses F, and then where are the purchases? Populate user cart. Add purchase for user. All licenses. I have... License F equals license fixtures. And Mac asked using GCS for the front end. I have before for work. I don't plan to. I'm trying to avoid using JavaScript. I actually didn't really enjoy using GCS that much either. It's a little crafty and needs some love, but I just don't want more JavaScript in the world if it doesn't need to exist. JavaScript makes me very unhappy. Alright, fixtures, reset database, run.db, there we go, library, alright, there we go. Now I own it based on a license instead of a product order. So that got fixed up pretty quick. It's 8:11, yeah, that didn't take too long, I think. What do my people in Hangouts think? Everybody too busy debating syntax? Fair enough. Okay. Should clean up query a little bit. Get rid of. To Famine asked, what are you making? I am making a little online bookshop e-commerce site. Sells ebooks and eventually physical books. Sells ebooks right now. Well, not the live version, but the dev version already sells ebooks using Stripe. I'm eventually going to integrate with a fulfillment center for the physical books. Alright, so licenses are done, I think. Let me think here. Yeah, I think they're done. So, where's the order history independent of product ownership? Yep. That's done. What DB you're using? PostgreSQL. Always Postgres. Always Postgres. Max says, Bite My App needs a FAQ for a stream. You are correct. I need to make a FAQ. Oh, man. Yeah, no, that's actually a good idea. Maybe I should stream myself writing a FAQ. Okay, so order history independent of product ownership is done now. I think that's fair to say. What should happen next? I could work on user order history. Could also work on Tripwire. Let's do a dumb, ugly user order history. Just something super dumb. Super dumb. Super dumb. Alright. Routes. What do we got? Okay. Login, route, sign up, password reset. Catalog. Yeah, catalog is dead. Alright, cart, checkout address, old checkout, thanks. Order history, yeah, I'd say order history falls under that section, so what kind of URLs do people use for order history? Orders, my_orders, okay. Oh no, you can see the books at the bottom, proc. Alright, so, good. My_orders. Oh, man. Excuse me, sorry. I want a prettier URL than that. Truly, I could do better than... can I do better than my_orders? Yeah, I think you got the right idea, Joe. Joe is saying the my is implicit given that you're authenticated to the website. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right, Joe. So yeah, I think just /orders is fine. I kind of have a thing for pretty URLs. I get very upset when URLs aren't pretty. Not very upset. I shouldn't say that. I'm exaggerating. But I do like nice, clean URLs. They make me happy. Yeah, I type in URLs manually all the time. Not just as a developer either. Like sometimes I just know I want to go to a particular place on a website, and if it's a frequent-ish enough thing, I'll be doing that semi-regularly. Yeah, it's Kareem just said he likes to memorize the URLs, and if they're nice, it's easier to remember how to get there. Yeah, no, absolutely. Okay, orders are, so I need to implement orders are, get orders are, there we go. Handler, HTML, get orders are. So guess what we're going to start with. Require user, as always. Alright. Store view. Alright, catch you later, Joe. Have a good one. Thanks for joining us. Alright. Orders, view, handler, HTML. And that sound you're hearing in the background is my dog licking himself. Poppy, stop. He's licking his paws for some reason. My dog. Alright. Layout. Orders. Your past orders. Whamlet. I don't necessarily know for certain what people can hear through the mic. Yeah, that's it. That's exactly it. I'm just harassing my dogs to harass them. Alright. Your past orders are non-native. So, for people who don't speak English natively, just like past order, does that sound right? Does that make sense? Is previous going to be less ambiguous? Okay. I don't always know like what is easier, so I like to ask. Okay, cool. Thank you. Panel body, row, panel store. There's not going to be a form here. I'm just gonna dump the full order information here for now, instead of having an order detail view, I think. Oh, alright. Lexi noted that people in chat prefer previous. Okay. Alright, people have spoken. It'll be previous. Alright. Let's see here. So we're going to do list entity order, entity product order, And I think that's it. It has to be list and a product order. So previous orders and I'm gonna do it for all entity order product orders. Don't I have something for rendering? I have something for rendering cart and cart products. I bet I could reuse that for this. Where is that? Oops. For all. Yeah. Cart item. So it's going to be kind of similar to that, I think. Except we're going to have a plurality for each thing. Okay. So we'll call this order view. Hi, Jack. Yeah, hi, bud. Order. Hi. Wow. Alright. Yeah. He just shoved his face into my arm. Hi, bud. Nice doggy. Alright. I gotta type now. Order view. Hell with it. And that's entity order list entity product order, and that's and we're gonna have product orders there. Papu's chewing on Jack's face right now. Tefamon asked why cart product is their cart service. So there's not cart service. If we look up the models, excuse me, sorry. So a cart isn't super descriptive in and of itself. It just has a user ID that owns the cart. The way we enumerate the actual products somebody has in their cart is with a separate cart product table that then has a foreign key that points at the cart and the product and has a quantity. And that's about it. That's all it is. Product is the generic model that represents purchasable things on the website. Order and product order are pretty similar. An order doesn't have a lot of information. It's basically just user when it was put in and an address, maybe. Address isn't actually mandatory, but I don't have the interface doesn't really handle that properly right now. I need to parameterize the behavior by I need to make it drop the address form when an order contains products. When a cart contains cart products that don't have any associated physical media, it needs to drop the address, but I don't have that logic in there yet. So I think I have an issue that might encapsulate that. Address, handle missing, address never bought before. Okay, so don't show address form for carts with no associated physical media. There we go. Alright, anyway, so an order is just like some basic metadata about the order. The actual enumeration of the products that the order purchased is product order. Licenses are just a way to track ownership of a product separately from having purchased something through an order, and the reason for that is for gifting, mostly. Okay. So, going back to where I was, order view, let's just do this really dumb, just, let me see here, yeah, 6, I think, and then we're just going to drop all that stuff, and what we're going to do is just t-show product orders and t-show O for order, and then we're going to go back up here and we are going to move that up, move that under, nuke all that, and do a widget embed of order and product orders. Alright, thank you, Alexi. Famine says, so you're normalizing your models, trying to keep track of them with your vars. Yeah, basically. I'm just trying to keep a nice, clean, normalized model. Mac says, the models you create for your database, do you use them all throughout your app, or do you create different models depending on the layer? No, it's all kind of one thing for now. When I have an API or things get a little bit more complicated, I'll create API level data types, but that doesn't happen a lot. If you want an idea of the sort of thing that would become that kind of data type, what I would be likely to create a data type for, this type right here is a pretty good example. So I'm clearly denormalizing some information here, right? Because I've got a list, a tuple of orders, and then the order has a list of associated entity product orders with it. Yeah, like each individual tuple could just be, you know, a logical order in a sense if you denormalize it. So eventually, you know, maybe I make a thing for that, but I'm not. I generally refactor things when I have enough examples of it being a problem, because then I know what problem my refactor is trying to solve above and beyond like some relatively benign duplication. I don't know. I don't have a super principled or hard rule for that sort of thing. I mean, clearly I benefited from factoring out create user earlier because it let me clean something up pretty quickly. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Order view is in place, so I'm going to go back to store, and that needs to get previous orders, and we definitely pull that data somewhere. So maybe make order for user cart. Yeah. This pulls cart stuff. So I need to do something similar for user words. Alright. Famine says, what's your view on you as the developer creating the model versus a DBA doing it for you? Seems like a big change these days with devs doing it all in one. I don't know, it's kind of been that way as long as I've been a developer. I've really only had like a dedicated DBA making model level decisions, I think, once at a .NET shop, a long time ago. How do I feel about that? So, the problem is that I'm continually changing the model based on features I add to the application, right? You've actually seen me do that just in the stream. So, yeah, I mean, I know the product feature that motivates the model change. I make the model change and I get on with it. I understand why people would want DBAs. Generally speaking, I don't personally want a DBA usually until I'm sharding a database. Then I really want a DBA, but you know, usually it's a little bit before that before I think about hiring a DBA. Normally, anyway. I mean, if a company gets big, and even if we aren't sharding the database, I might hire a DBA just if we get to that kind of scale. But for application development, I think it's fine to do without a DBA as long as you have at least one responsible adult on the team. The problem is that programmers often make bad decisions, like using MongoDB. If you are working with people like that, they are not responsible adults who have reached the age of majority, and they need somebody to babysit them. So, kind of depends on your team. Order ID, product order ID? Is that it? No, thought it just. Let's see here. Max said, "Is this DBA's disliking ORM though?" That's not really a problem for me. I mean, I don't know. It depends on what your objection to ORMs is. I think that if somebody objects categorically to all abstracting over a database and requiring everything to be in stringly SQL queries, they're probably not worth listening to. If their objection is to like Ruby, you know, like the active record, Django, RM style ORM abstractions, or maybe like the JPA, Java persistent stuff, yeah, sure, I understand the objections, but that's why I don't use that. I use Haskell and something a little bit nicer. The big thing with like the way persistent and Escalito work is you don't have the impedance mismatch between an object model and the record model. This description of the models translates very neatly into normal Haskell data types. It's not really a big deal. Okay. Product order. Yep, that is it. Okay. So maybe product order. And then order, it's going to be order user, I think. Yeah, user order. Save. Why is it mad? Because I didn't change the types. Derp. Alright. Product order. There you go. It compiles. Ship it. Alright, so we need to do the transformation. So I'll reuse user, order, and products, key user, entity, order, product order, we'll call it user order products, and user orders, user order with products, order product order. Yeah, so we're gonna constrain by order ID. Wait, is that constraint already in there? Yeah, it's kind of already in there. Order ID equals product order. Yeah. Products from cart. So I don't need to do that. What I need to do is return order product order, and then these products from cart. Ah, that's annoying. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. So what we'll do is so it has that result, and could just make this a hash map or just a map. So I just go ahead and insert these into a map. It is awful tempting. Alright. Oh, I'm gonna need ord, right? Have I put ord on? I haven't put ord on anything. How did I get that representation? Oh, it's because I just insert one order for the thing and then it... Okay, yeah, alright. Alrighty then. I could nub by it. Could also insert by key and then do tuple, so I could do map in 64, which is key order, and then tuple entity order list entity product order, and then manually combine those. Could do something like that. This return, yeah, it's just list of our. So, what? Let's see what map APIs. Imported by default here. Insert with key. Maybe. Insert. Oh. Yeah, sure. Okay, so that one is. Alright. Container key, map value, map value, map value. Lordy. What's empty? Oh. Can I have that? Nope. What's the map? Empty. Where's my traversable? Traversable. Containers? Traversable. Let's see. set container by polymap. Empty singleton map. Oh, I just want empty. Empty map. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so empty insert with insert key value pair into the map. Do I get orderable on entity? I get orderable. No, not entity. Key. Yeah. Ord. Sweet. Alright. Okay, so map value is going to be I'm going to ignore the order. I'm going to take the excess, keep order, ys, I'll do it here. Insert with combine product orders underscore access underscore no o ys equals, and this is to produce a new map value. That's o access ys combine product orders, and then the key is always going to be entity key, and then map value and map. There's probably a better combinator for this, but that's fine. So then we're going to fold L prime user or products, and that's entity order, entity product order, and then insert order pair, so that's going to be EO, PO, EPO, and photo prime is A element A, so that's map element map, and then that's insert with map entity key EO, combine product orders. Insert with container key map value. Yes. So map value is going to be EO list EPO map to map, and then photo prime empty insert order pair, and that's going to change to db map key order entity order list, and we'll see what it says. Oh, type error. What did we do wrong? Alright. I tried to pass it a db action. Oh. I should really use GCID for this, it's faster. Oh, did I type check already? That was it? That was my one mistake? Wow. That's pretty lit. Alright. Almost first try. Alright, so we're going to go back to store. And we're going to do user or products, user key, run db, previous orders, and it's going to complain that a list of yada yada yada. I wonder, what does for all work on? I don't know. I'll just do elms for now. Oh. Elm. Come on, where are you? Is map maybe values? I could do map to list, fmap second. Where's the T values? That's not what I'm looking for. I don't want to make my own values function out of map to list. I'll feel dumb if I do that. There's keys. Getting close. Not member. Oh, come on, I'm not crazy. Surely I'm not the first one to have wanted this. Okay. Alright, fine. Map to list fmap second map to list previous orders. See what it says. Of course it compiles. I hate doing dumb stuff like that. Let's find out Shakespeare you sewed for all. Let's see if that isn't polymorphic. Probably isn't though. It's probably just list. Looping over lists. Just lists? Or is it like a monad comprehension or something? Excuse me. It's probably, yeah. Parse df. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to find that. Control if, control else if, control case, doc for all deref binding doc. Control for all, try string for all, line for all. That's a list of docs, it looks like. Whatever. Leave it for now. Orders. Yeah, that does the right thing. Alright. It looks horrendous, but it just means that my thing works now and I just need to make it pretty. Okay, so Bebop review. We could do a panel for each order, I think. Yeah, let's do that. That'll be nicer. Right? Right. Alright, so... Alright, so order view here is under panel body, similar to the cart item, cart view dichotomy. Where is it? It's up here somewhere. Yeah, row and then responsive, all that garbage. Alright. So we are going to order at entity underscore order, and then we're gonna do something with order. Have I done order or card headers or anything anywhere? How have we done that? We just position it in the grid. Okie doke. So, what's in order? User created. Yeah. Alright, so tshow order created. And address. Maybe in a separate row. Yeah, separate row. We'll do for all product orders tshow, and then what's on product order? It's the product ID. Nuts. I need to pull in the product information. Well, we've got tshow product quantity for now. And then tshow, I gotta pull in an address as well. Or address. I'll just render it in the raw for now. Yeah. Okay. Oh, whoops. Whoops. There we go. Product quantity, not scope. Oh yeah, because it's not product quantity. It is product order quantity. Okay, good. Let's see here. Orders. Your previous orders. What? Yeah, like I said, you're only showing already created an order address, but not the... Yeah, it's there. Oh, no, it is there. Yeah, it's right there. It's just not enough room to breathe, basically. That's fine. I can just horizontal rule that, and I need to change the representation of this. This is starting to get closer to a situation where I'd make a synthetic data type, pulling a bunch of stuff together, because if you look, I need to denormalize product for product order, and I need to pull in address for order. So there's a number of things I need to pull in here. So let me see here. Go back to query, and we'll just make a data type that describes this. User order history. User order history, and then we're gonna have user order, and then okay, drop user history for now. Alright, so data type we're trying to put together user or user entity user, and then we want user order entity order, user product orders list entity product order tupled with entity product, and user address, entity address. This isn't guaranteed, so we're going to pull that apart. Now this could be tupled with the order, because logically that's where it's coming from. Yeah, you know what? Just to make that more explicit that that's where that's supposed to be coming from. No, I'll just reword it to user order address. Alright, there we go. Take a look at the model real quick. So an address has a user, but the order has the address, not the... Okay. Alright. One problem here is archival. So the problem with this representation is an order points to an address points uniquely to a user when it should not actually be unique. Irony of ironies. Do you see the problem, Lexi? Okay, so the problem is an order maybe points to an address. An address definitely points to a user uniquely. So the problem here is that I could only have one address for a given user at any moment in the database, but that's not, strictly speaking, what I want. Because I need to be able to look at the order history and see the address at the time the order was made. See what I mean? So what I shouldn't be doing is updating addresses. I should always be inserting new ones. Unless, you know, maybe they've never, you know, maybe I updated it in place if there's no orders that have that address, but I think it's not worth trying to be clever there. So we're going to get rid of that. Make an issue. User updating address should create new address record. References from order to address should not be made invalid for historical purposes because Alright. I'll leave it alone for now, but needs rectified later. Alright. So I think that about covers it. Do we need physical media or... Well, we're gonna need shipping information later. That'll come later. So I'm gonna leave it for now. Okie dokie. So this is going to change to DB user list user order, I think. Yeah, I think so. So we're going to get user key, get ending user key user, turn something user order with products. So case of empty return empty or no, I don't want to do it like that. No. Okay. So we're going to open a fold L prime. So the data type here is, let me move this down so I can see it more easily. Get user order for order product. User order for user product, and that's going to be tuple entity order, entity product order, and I need to somehow reorganize these beasties. So I think we do okay. We're gonna make a map. of key order to user order. Oops. Okay, so order, product order, map, and okay, let's think about this. First, initial user order, user order, and order at entity order, then model is it's maybe address ID, so that's going to be do get order address bind maybe address and yep, I'll catch you later, Cream. Yeah, no problem. And then we just have the list of tuples of product order and entity product. So what I need to do is I need to fetch product order. I need to fetch the product order product, I think. Yeah, this can't fail. So maybe product get product order product, and then case maybe product of nothing, throw m non-existent product for user products. Just product get entity and do okay, and then entity product order list tuple product order it's yeah, product order product, and then we're insert with combine user orders user order. Can't remember which one it is. Insert with Haskell. It's the left or right hand side of the new one. It's just not get called. Yeah, I think it's just that it doesn't get called. Okay, so we're gonna ignore user order address access user order user order address ys equals user order address access ys insert with combine user orders entity key order initial user order and map. And then it's fold m user order for order product empty so the it's a element ma, so it would be element map and we'll see if this compiles. Data constructor not in scope. Unique user address. Fair enough. Unique user address. Upsert by. Oops. Alright. Key user to address. Yeah, so this is going to change to insert address insert entity new and save. Define the not used address updates. Yeah, fair enough. Oh, is this gonna work first try? Nope. Alright. Couldn't match. Map keyword. 195. Oh, yeah. So I gotta move map over there. Source handler, store. That's a lot of type errors. Oh yeah, I gotta fix the exception. User order products. So here. Key product driving show title. Sense exception. Where products here. Okay. 2 and 2. Can match type user order with map key user order. Oh, Right. Let me see here. It's yeah. It's DB map key order user order, I think. Alright, so what next? Could mesh type user order with map order keyword. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Oh, it's start value mono. No, that's it. Oh, no, that is wrong. Whoops. Alright, so the proper type of this is... So A is going to be map element. No, that's right. That's, oh, but it's not. Yeah, okay. It's DB map. And then 2 and 2. Combine user orders. Insert with. Initial user order. Edit user, maybe user. Oh, I'm taking something for granted. Missing user for user order products key user. Maybe user case, maybe user of nothing, user key from just user do. Okay. I am restructuring a database query to return this, a denormalized representation of the data, rather than having a bunch of disparate records. And 2 and 3 could match expected type, maybe entity address with reader T, entity address. The type of order address is address ID maybe. Yes. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Oh, I see. Right. Gotta do the old traverse join. Okay. So if I traverse that instead of fmap, that's now reader T, maybe, so then we want to do traverse join get entity, is that it? Reader T, no, it's fmap join reader T maybe entity. Set I'll add extras. No. Ah, come on. Tony's linked me his little like thing for this. I'll leave it alone. Or put differently, I'll just use this solution for now. I run into that all the time though. Okay, so if I save that and reload and type checks. Well, that module does. Other things break. But that's fine. Those are things we knew we were going to have to change. So we're going to yeah. So where's view? List of user previous orders, user order, expand user order, user order. And that's tuple product order and product. So now we can t-show, I think, product title for start. And we're gonna have to import this. Yeah, that's not ideal. Oh, yeah, so remove this type to, oops, model digest, and service application, go faster, okay. Biggest occurrence, user or handler store. Yeah, that looks good. Alright. Yeah, that's more like it. Alright, cool. So now I'm gonna go to, where's nav? Where's nav live? I guess that would be called nav layout. Helpers, views, nav layout, base nav layout. Alright, if they are logged in, they can look at previous orders, because we all agreed previous was better. Reload. Go to view and alright, so now we're just trying to make this less ugly. Log in, shopping cart, library, previous orders. Okay. Entity, nothing, yada, key, yada, yada, yada. Yeah, okay. User were. And we're going to let order equals order address user order address, and that's a I need to find that. So maybe address any underscore user or address and address. What do we have an address that we can? Yeah. Okay. So that's maybe on our list. Li Tisha and city postcode province country commercial PO box, and that's it. So I'm gonna save that. Yeah. Okay, refresh that. And now what we're gonna do with user order. To model. Yeah, it's just date ordered. Even do like H3 T-show or create or something like that. The address is nothing, so nothing gets printed on the right hand side. I'll need to create a fake thing, and we want to get UTC day. That or just a prettier rendering. Let me see here. Package time. Yeah, welcome back. Alright. Glad to see you back, Kamatama. Alright, so we want UTC T day. Oops. And there we go. And refresh. Alright, so do people need an exact time for their orders? Okay. UTCT at T-show UTCT daytime were created. And Haskell programming first principles. Okay, well I don't really need to T-show that, do I? And then I'm gonna need, yeah, I'm gonna need to do all the pricing stuff. So, quantity. All right, I'll catch you later, Alexi. Yeah, thanks for joining me, man. Alright, so product order quantity. Product order quantity. And oh. Yeah, no, it should be should be pretty much under that, I think. And then we bump that up. And alright. Yeah. Yeah, okay. At 4253.27, yeah, okay. Ass. Alright, this class equals this 2 4 break space, save. You know what? Address should be on a separate row. Alright, so maybe, whoops, that. Well, okay. I need to get rid of the panel band. Polo blue. Let's say no. What if I say no? Why am I still allocating just 12? Just do 12. Yeah, well, that's better. And then we're gonna do H5 shipped to and then I'll just not associate an address if it's got no physical media. Sorry, the dogs are being weird. Hi, dog. Alright. Yeah, that's, that's something. Let's fix that time formatting. What the fuck is going on with that? Diff time. Yep. Fuck, I have to project it. I have to project UTC time and local time. How am I gonna get their time zone? No, not JavaScript. So they're not browser. Oh my god. Time zone and HB header. Time zone information, HB. I'm guessing this didn't get adopted. Hello, Plumundo. Key is on the back. I don't know what that means. Sorry. Okay, localhost, query headers. Yeah, there's not a time zone in that. I could do it based on IP. That's often inaccurate. I could do it based on address. I could even do it based on, I could condition on shipping behavior. No, that's not going to make the most sense to them. UTC. I'll do that for now. I can probably use the address to get a time zone. When there's an address. When there isn't, they'll just get UTC for now. I'll do something smarter later. Maybe base it on shipping time or something. Or default it to US Eastern Time. Maybe. Alright. I need to fix that. Alright. Diff time to time of day. Time to time of day. Gonna kill a bunch of these. Variable not in scope. Okay. Import data time. What's it? Local time. Yeah. 011053. That's more like it. Yeah. I just need to fix the formatting. Okay, time of day to make time of day valid. UTC to local time of day, so time zone. Yeah, that's convenient. I still need something for formatting this. Really? Maybe it's alright, it's in format. What does it want? Format character? Time cow string format time. I'm guessing this is instances for, oh right, orphans. So I'm not gonna split it apart. It's just gonna be format friendly UTC. Format friendly UTC time to text. And didn't I already do some format? Come on. Didn't I do some time formatting? Maybe not. Okie doke. Format. Import data. Format. Text. Format. Time locale, huh? ISO 8601 and T get current time T. That's better. No, I don't need that. Pack that. Thank you. And we're gonna refresh now. I don't need to T-show anymore. But that's much better. This is order made on, and we're gonna split this up. Format. Date friendly format. Time friendly. And it's just gonna be that. That. And then it's gonna be format date friendly, int format time friendly, created, yes, need now, load, order made on 2017 8/16 at yeah, all right. Okay. Whoops. We want to say this is a quantity. Put that next to that. All right. So there's more that needs to happen with this, but that stuff doesn't need to strictly happen right now. Alright. I think the panels might be too narrow. Alright, so I need to fix subtotals, shipping, tax. Okay, let's see here. User history. Third-party login support. Handle missing address. Okay, so split and record subtotal, shipping, and tax for orders. Record information with orders for records keeping. Update user order history. View to shows information. Alright, so we're going to submit that issue. This is very bare bones done, in the sense that you can see what orders you made, and then user order history. Go. Alright, so user history is done. We're not purchasing ebooks already owned. Coupons. Let's see here. Coupons. Address validation. Stripe. Products Giftable. Missing address. Okay. I think this is a good stopping point for the night. So I've got. What did I close today? So. The Stripe. Yeah, wow, that is not in order of recently updated. Okay, so what we did today was Stripe.js integrated checkout was completed last stream. Products catalog page, not going to happen for now, we'll just do it manually. We don't need to pull that from the database. Order history independent of product ownership is done now. Take a look at model. We now have a separate license for tracking per account ownership of products for the purpose of digital media. Doesn't mean anything for physical products. And then user order history is very basically done. I need to get subtotals and all that stuff split out, get that done properly so that that's getting recorded with the order, almost certainly in the actual order model, so that that's not so useless. And that's about it, I think. So I'll see you all next time. Thanks for joining me on the stream tonight, everyone. And if you have any questions, just hit me up on my Twitter that I just linked in chat. And thank you for your time. I will be back. Bye-bye. Oh, before I go, dogs.